Hello, good afternoon, or evening, as the case may be. Welcome to, I believe, the first match of the Kaz Boots quarterfinals here. Certainly the first match of this series. The question is whether this is kicking off the round altogether. But we've got a couple of great runners here, Rayvis and Kaede Rukawa, both pretty scary guys, um, who certainly have earned their position this far in the tournament. So this is game one of a best of three. We will be off shortly. And here we go. Uncle says it's dangerous to go alone, so he's going alone. That's just how he rolls. And we get a bug net to start off. Heck of a way to start a seed. I don't know what you're really gonna do with it. Wave it threateningly at the enemies, maybe? So let's see if Uncle has anything more immediately useful. Open heart surgery. And some arrows, which are likewise useless without a bow. This is why we're glad we have boots and a sword, regardless of anything. And here's a very quick map check. I saw a regular crystal on Eastern, I think a 5-6 on Hera and Pendant Desert. Yeah. I'm pretty sure Hera was a 5-6. Oh, there's a bow for the arrows. Perfect. Right in map chest. I didn't notice the pendant color for desert, though, so apologies if it is in fact the green pendant. But yeah, Rayvis already putting that bow to work. Kaede as well now. Gotta watch your arrow supply. You only have the 10 arrows so far that you got out of Uncle's chest. Maybe Rayvis, once he gets out of Sank, will do a map check that lasts more than half a second. Okay, there's the key that we knew we had to see somewhere before getting to the back of Escape. So let's see. Kaede most recently knocked out In the Name of DT and Trinex. Rayvis most recently knocked out Hydropower and Skelly, so they certainly both earned their spots here in the quarterfinals. Not exactly pushover opponents. Rayvis a couple seconds ahead, clearly insurmountable. One of these days we should just do a Kiss Priest tournament so that whoever gets out of Escape first really is just the winner. Make life simple. Okay, there's the map that had to be somewhere. So we know we still have 4 items between the back of escape and sank chest. And the nice thing about Kaz boots, can just bonk our way into the back of escape, considering neither runner has bombs anyway. So what do we have here in the back? Money, always good. Another heart, and a shield. Ooh, Bombos. Not that I really see us needing it anytime soon. All the important things you can do with it are flipper locked. Okay, there's Rayvis's map check, which was slightly longer, and yes, it is Green Pendant Desert. Of course, Bonk Rocks is the first check out of Escape. Ooh, bottle. Nice to get that before Sick Kid. So Rayvis's time advantage was due entirely to Kaede's map check, and then they were basically caught up as soon as Rayvis stopped for a map check. Tier 2 tree pull is more arrows, which is pretty nice since we were running low there. Did that bush crab leave anything? It looked like he was shooting blanks. And Lumberjack is just a vanilla piece of heart today, so not gonna need to do Aga for Lumberjack, at least. What is in the mushroom spot? A little bit more money. Kaede thinks about it, decides against it. Rayvis doesn't have to think about it. And we're back in sync. As we get our first bombs of the seed, again, very fortuitous going into CAC. You can bonk the rock on the way there, but that'll only be 1 bomb at a time. 3 is really what you need to get through CAC, so we should be good now. Rayvis doing a tier 1 free pull, but that is only single rupees. This is great for tracking, by the way. I just need to see one person pick something up, and I know the other has it as well. So we get a Master Sword here already. As I was saying about maybe not needing to do Aga, well, we can enter the tower now. Okay, what's the well got for us? Ooh, a glove. Okay, so a bit of hope that this might not be an Aga seed. And the lamp, pushing us back in the possible Aga direction. And Moon Pearl, that puts Aga fully in logic. But it also just means we need either a hammer or the second glove to have non-Aga access, so I'm sure these runners will do quite a few more checks before they commit to Aga. And what's Sick Kid got? More open heart surgery. Okay, and race game will finish our cack loop. Reasonably productive Kakariko. Other than the fact that it's threatening an Agaseed. Okay, now we get the first divergence. Kaede's gonna do... I mean, Eastern's fully in logic, so I imagine... Oh, he's going for Eastern before Saha, even. Okay. While Rayvis does a more conventional South Shore route. But yeah, Eastern's a crystal, fully in logic, totally makes sense to knock it off. Also, Old Man is in logic. We can't really do anything on the mountain, but we do have logical access to it. Ooh, powder. Oh, and there are mitts. Okay, so maybe this isn't an Agaseed after all. I mean, it probably isn't. I'm sure these runners can get the hammer even if it winds up being out of logic and they have to kern jump or big bomb dupe or whatever. But it'll be interesting to see whether it was a logical Agaseed. What does Agena have for us today? More money. Well, that gives us Zora money. Not that I think the runners are really going to rush to do Zora, given everything they have open. It's better to have it than not have it. Okay, well, Rayvis do... Yeah. No, he is going south. Okay, he's really committing to Mini Moldorm before Eastern. Huh, I'm surprised the blast radius from that bomb was big enough to open the cave. Interesting. So, what's Mini Moldorm got? Money, more heart pieces, and a decent supply of bombs. Okay. Not great, but I'll take the bombs. Eastern Big Keys Vanilla. I believe we've seen the map and the compass already, so we have 2 more items coming up here. I guess if Rayvis is doing this route, he probably will do the Flippers checks via Water Walk, so we will see Zora pretty early. Oh, I guess I was wrong about the compass. Ooh, Rayvis gets a nice early hook shot from that Detour to Ice Rod Cave. Okay, that's paying off pretty well. That gives us most of the mountain, too. Can't do Hera, but can do most of the rest of the mountain, including Dark Death Mountain. Okay, junk on Hylia Island. Waterfall Fairy doesn't have anything for us today. With the bow and bombs, Rayvis should be able to And slow splash delete if there's anything on the ledge, but no, I don't think you're going to do it for a heart container. As Kaede takes down Armos Knights. And Zora takes 99.8% of your money today. Well, Kaede gives us our first look at Saha. So Rayvis is making, I'm assuming, the mountain play. I'm guessing you do mountain before Dark World here. No, he's doing King's Tomb, okay. Saha has Quake. We're probably not going to be medallion hunting today. Oh, and there are the boots in King's Tomb. Remember, in casual boots, the boots placement does not affect logic. So Kaede's going to be getting his mitts here, and Rayvis is indeed heading for the mountain. So let's see how Kaede routes this. He's going to go straight east, so he should get the hook shot before too long. Then the question is, will he also go to the mountain, or will he do Dark World? Rayvis going to scout out Spec Rock. Anything interesting? Ooh, there's Tempered Sword on top of it. You're probably coming for that when you get the mirror. And there's the book inside, definitely grabbing that as well. Desert is now full clearable for green pendants, so interesting to see whether that's leading to anything. Rayvis, by the way, is known to do Boot Seeds in under an hour. He's one of the few runners who can say they've done that. I can't imagine there are more than half a dozen who have that. As Kaede gets his hook shot, probably also does the fake flipper checks. We didn't see Hobo from Rayvis, so I guess that's the only question if Kaede will do Hobo in here as well. Hobo's kind of slow, because then you lose your water walk and have to just fake flipper the rest of the way. Nothing in lower Paradox. For Paradox. Burna, Mushroom. Okay, Burna and Mushroom. Interesting stuff. Not that Rayvis knows that the powder is Sphere 1, but we can safely spend the Mushroom. We don't need to worry about fake powdering. This is the bomb jump in Paradox. I think he's set up right this time. There we go. Okay, just 20 bucks on the floating island, not going for that. So now you go down Spiral Cave, then you use the portal at the bottom, you come back up through Super Bunny, and check Hookshot Cave and TR Medallion. and hope that you pick up the mirror along the way and can then leave in Hera. It is an interesting question, though, what you do after this. Do you go to the Dark World, or do you follow the book to the Green Pendant? Speaking of Dark World, here's our first map check. Pendants on Thieves and Skull Woods, and 5-6 on Swamp. Oh, Kaede's going straight to the Dark World without checking the mountain. Okay. Swamp being a crystal does also mean we will get the mirror. We will be able to get the Tempered Sword off of Spec Rock at some point. What's Super Bunny got today? Fire Rod! Okay, so doing the mountain first. Put Skull Woods full completable. I don't know if you really want to do Pendant Moth, but you can. And TR is Bombos, so we will be able to get into that when the time comes. Oh, Vanilla Big Key in Skull Woods. Anything in Hookshot Cave? Mirror? Okay, guess we're doing Hera while we're up here. And Ether Tablet. Okay, just don't get yourself killed by the Lionels. Or try not to. Oh, you got Burner. Perfect. And that also gets us tempered before we even touch Ether Tablet or Hera. Oh, and there is the flute in Skull Woods, so Skull Woods got the goods again. Rayvis has his third bottle. Ooh, Kaede taking a death before he can check Pinball Chest. But he has a fairy from one of those bottles. And there are silvers. We have both items out of Skull Woods, so no need to beat Moth unless it's a Ped Seed. And Rayvis putting the bug net to some good use already. Knew we needed that early bug net for something. Okay, they're gonna scout bumper ledge here. We don't have a cape, and we don't need it. Rayvis will, of course, be able to do Graveyard Ledge as well when he comes to this area, so that could be something if Graveyard Ledge winds up having anything. He'll also be able to activate the flute right after getting it, since he has the mirror. So, Tempered Sword, Moldorm should be nice and easy, except that he bodies Rayvis before Rayvis can even try to get a hit in. Commentator's Curse. Down goes Moldorm as Kaede goes into Thieves Town, Pendant Thieves. I believe there's an item in Hera Basement. Don't know if Rayvis wants it, but I think there's one there if I counted right. Okay, looks like Rayvis is going to go to the Dark World here. And to answer chat, it's really hard to say who's winning. The big question is that mirror going to help Rayvis? If it gets him something, or you know, by routing or checks he can do that Kaede can't immediately do, and there's Ether, so we are set on medallions. But yeah, basically, if the mirror helps Rayvis, then he could easily be ahead. I think otherwise they're pretty even. I think there were 3 items in the front of Thieves. Yeah, Kaede certainly is gonna be glad to have the flute, but Rayvis is about to get it as well. And this is actually going to be better routing for Rayvis because Big Chest is just a small key. He'll get the flute here, he'll go around, he'll get silvers, and he'll have both items and actually take less time in Skullwoods than Kaede did. As Kaede's giving us the dig game. Chat making a good point. Rayvis could do Smith Chain here. And there are Rayvis' silvers. Geez, both runners have silvers at 25 minutes. Rayvis is also untempered. What is this seed? And Rayvis gonna check Ped while he's in the area, so get your Ped hype in. Of course, if it is something, then I think you beat Moth pretty immediately, and then you beat Blind, and then you beat Desert. Just Couchcaster. Okay, we will not be seeing Mothula this seed. So what do we still need? Flips, Hammer, Ice Rod, and Samaria? I guess that's still a few items. Maybe one's in Hype Cave. Ah, hello, Samaria. And you just hope nothing's in the back of Thieves Town, because I don't see either of these runners going to the back of Thieves Town. Nice dash line for Rayvis there. You don't usually see that dash line done that way. Kaede also doing something you don't too often see, namely using hook speed to run through Cat. Let's see what Smiths have for us. Kaede also can't check Magic Bat yet, having neither Mirror nor Hammer. Rayvis could, but he'd have to sacrifice his Mirror Portal. Kaede is not happy about Magic not being able to check Magic Bat. He's gonna... Oh, right, he did pick up Ether, didn't he? Was it sitting here? Yes, okay. They both have Ether. We can get into Mire. And there's bottle number 4 sitting in Mire Shed. So 3 for Kaede. And Mire is Quake. Amazing how many dungeons we have access to already. Including, you know, theoretically Ped, but I don't really see doing that. Let's see what the mire layout is. Of course, both runners will have to do this at some point. So I wonder if Rayvis is going to check Magic Bat, then he'll have to go back to CAC Portal. Because you want to be able to do the full Smith Chain, Hype Cave, Bombos, K45, you know, everything that's remotely along the way. Just get it all out of the way in one loop. As he mirror bonks. I'm sure Jeremiah's not too happy about being turned back into a frog. It's like, come on! I got to be a dwarf for one fleeting moment while you mirror bonked. We grab the purple chest. And Rayvis is going to skip Magic Bat. Okay. Okay, Meyer Big Key in the lobby. Probably skip cutscene for the time being. Oh, right, I forgot that Rayvis doesn't have the magic powder yet. Duh. He can get to Magic Bat, he just doesn't have the powder to do it. Kaede has the powder, but he can't get to Magic Bat. Yeah, Rayvis gonna do Hype Cave for Samaria here. Or I guess I'll turn in the purple chest first. I guess this is in case the purple chest or Bombo stuff. No, Rayvis! You just lost the purple chest! You set up invisible chest and you just blew it. I think he just realized that. While Kaede breezing through Meyer basement here. Doesn't have the fire rod though, so can't spooky. That'll be one advantage Rayvis will have in here. But either way, silvers for Vidi is nice. Sorry, I'm still in a little bit of shock of Rayvis forgetting that he had an invisible purple chest and ditching it. That could have been a leg up over Kaede if there's anything in it. Now I don't think either of them is gonna do purple chest anytime soon. And down goes Vidi for Kaede Rukawa. This will be crystal number 2. Looks like Rayvis wants to do Ice Palace now. Didn't quite get the Splash Delete setup, though. Nope, still not getting it. Oh yeah, I get... Right, chat saying pod, I just realized, yeah, if you want to do Ice, you would just flute to 8 and fake Flipper in the Light World. Because he does have Mirror. Meanwhile, here's Kaede's trip to the mountain, so he'll get Fire Rod and Book in due course. Rayvis is going to combo Pod Eastern. I just realized the book got us absolutely nothing because we can mirror into Desert from Mire area and the tablets had nothing. So just one of those random things that happen to be sitting there and looks enticing. Now, the burning question is, where is that hammer? We kinda will need it soon. Is it on Magic Bat? Is it in Purple Chest? Is it in Hera Basement? With Swamp being a 5/6, we know Hammer can't be in Pyramid Fairy. That's something, at least. There's also, of course, Hobo. We have not seen Hobo from either runner yet. Front of Pod so far is keys all the way down, as Kaede gets his Shroom and Burna. Yeah, silvers do kind of make Mimic Rooms a joke. So now Kaede off to Dark Death Mountain, Fire Rod and Mirror awaiting him. He'll probably wish he had done this sooner as soon as he sees the mirror. And Pod just keeping us in suspense here. Well, that's all the keys. Can't get any more keys. Okay, big key. Fine. There was one more key. And there's Kaede's Fire Rod. I don't think we've seen Map or Compass yet in Pod, though. Ooh, Butter Sword. There's Kaede's Mirror. So I'm guessing both runners wind up with Butter Sword here. Gotta be a fast Ganon fight when the time comes. So I guess we had seen one dungeon item in Pod. I really don't think we saw both, so Helma's gonna have the other dungeon item. And now Rayvis will do Eastern, get his second crystal. It's kind of crazy for all the stuff the seed's been handing us. He's gonna get his second crystal after the 40-minute mark. So what after this? I guess Rayvis goes to the Meyer area. I wonder what Kaede does next. Wow, nice swing of the bug net for 2 fairies at once. This goes to show, never doubt the power of the filet. Down goes Moldorm for Kaede Rukawa. And confirming Hera Basement does have an item. We've seen the map and the compass and the small key. So Kaede is going to do the coffee break, which Rayvis skipped. This could be interesting if it is, like, hammer. Yeah, so our isolated locations at this point include Hera Basement, one item in the back of Thieves, Magic Bat, Purple Chest. Graveyard Ledge is pretty isolated. We haven't seen Catfish and Pyramid from either runner yet, but that's not in Logic. Well, it is in Logic via Aga. And just a hard container in Hera Basement, so Rayvis saved himself a minute. And now Kaede is gonna do the mushroom check that Rayvis hasn't done because he didn't know about powder. Just for a shield. We have a bit of a high five in front of the potion shop, though. Okay, Kaede going to desert now, it looks like. Expect a flute to 6 from Rayvis as well, since Meyer is a curable crystal. Or, oh, Kaede hasn't done checkerboard either, right? He didn't have the mirror. Funny, Rayvis checking the medallion for Meyer by force of habit, even though he has all 3 of them. So we'll get our first look inside Desert here from Kaede. Rayvis, unfortunately, taking a hit as he enters Mire. But he does have half magic and a fire rod, so even without beams, which he just got back, he's in pretty good shape. Oh, and there was the hammer in desert. So that's been available for a while. I guess that's what the book was hinting at. Confirmed not an Agaseed. So we still need Ice Rod and Flippers. I have to imagine Rayvis does Desert after Mire. He doesn't have many other good plays. Kaede will save a bit of time on the Pod Hedge Maze since he'll only have to go through it once. Decided he does not want to get the green pendant for another item. Let's see. Ice Palace is still not in logic, though it is a crystal. I mean, if you're Kaede, obviously you're doing pod now, full clearing. Rayvis can finish up Helma King whenever he wants because he knows it's not an item. So the question is, what are you gonna do? And where is Rayvis going? Is he just on a whim checking cutscene all of a sudden? He walked by Map Chest. You walked by Map Chest without opening it, and you're going to cutscene chest. Okay. Well, this could be a big play or a big waste of time, just like Kaede Rukawa doing the coffee break. Ten arrows. Okay, I guess I wasn't counting. I guess he must have realized that Map Chest and Vidi had to have the two remaining small keys because, given where the big key was, there couldn't be a small key in cutscene. Still, give some time to Kaede. Really hard to say who's ahead at this point. Obviously, if for some reason Rayvis doesn't do Desert after Mire, Kaede would have a distinct lead, but I can't imagine Rayvis not doing Desert as his next play while he's here. Rayvis does get to do a spooky glitch here in Mire. Meanwhile, Kaede gets to not mirror after doing right side pod because he has the hammer. To answer chat, hammer is in desert map chest, so... Again, I would be shocked if Rayvis doesn't have it in the next 2 minutes. And there's Kaede's Butter Sword, which I think was really the only thing we found in Pod. Yeah, I mean, minus the hammer that Rayvis is about to get, the runners have identical inventories. Oh, no, I guess Kaede never did get the blue mail. Right, that was in Cave 45, I want to say? So here's Rayvis' hammer, which he could have had a long time ago. And he's just like, I'm not even gonna go hunting for the second item. I am out of here. I am doing stuff that's locked by the hammer. And he's going back to the mountain. He wants to stay in Logic and do TR, I guess. Or maybe Spike Cave? Spike Cave? Nope, this is definitely a TR play if he's going right. This is kinda gutsy. The Ice Rod can be anywhere. He's already gonna be double-dipping Pod while Kaede is getting it on one trip. I wonder if Rayvis feels behind by the late hammer, so he just wants to go all or nothing here for finding Ice Rod and TR. Oh, slight... Okay, there we go. Two hits with Golden Sword takes down Helma. Well, this TR play by Rayvis is definitely going to swing the seed one way or another, unless Kaede does the same thing. Who knows? Where's he gonna flute to? We still haven't seen Pyramid Ledger Catfish, by the way. Oh, this could be a Magic Bat, Purple Chest, and Hammer Pegs play for Kaede. You know what? Why is he going up this way? Does he forget that he can get at the portal, or is he just purely doing a ped check? Okay, this is a ped check. And there are flippers sitting in TR, so it could entirely be a required double dip. Rayvis is assuming it's a required double dip of TR. He's gonna leave and do Swamp and Ice. While Kaede will do Ice out of Logic. Okay, so, guess what? Rayvis is in an Ice Rod hunt. We've never seen that before in a Kaz Boots seed. Nope, very rare occurrence. We do have Convergence here in Ice Palace. Both runners effectively in an ice rod hunt for the time being because Kaede knows that flippers aren't in here. So we have one item in the back of Thieves. We have green pendant. Oh, there's a red meringue. And there's our second item in ice already. Okay, so I think 50-50 for the last item in Iced Tea or on Cold Stare, and Rayvis is going to check Iced Tea. Or did we not get the big key yet? Nope, that is the third item, so we have the big key. Okay. Kaede doing the same thing, though getting a bit more bodied by the anti-fairy in that room. Oh, and just as a note, this is the first game of a double header between these two. Game 2 will immediately follow, maybe 15 minutes after this concludes, so I don't know whether they're planning to do any sort of interview or just immediately set up Game 2. Okay, just going Sword Beam's route for breaking Cold Stare's shell. Butter Sword Cold Stare is kind of a joke, especially when you still have magic left in your Fire Rod to boot. Imagine Kaede. Oh, Kaede's just gonna burn down his Fire Rod. Either way, easy fight. Kaede even keeps the puffs in the corner. So Rayvis will be off to Swamp, no doubt. And here's our first look at Hobo, actually, while we're in the neighborhood. Looks like Kaede is, in fact, doing the TR play, so he will get his flippers, and we'll see if he bails and goes to Swamp or continues. There's the Cape. Cape doesn't get us anything. We already have Logical, Spike Cave, and we know Bumper Cave is junk. Thing is, even if the Ice Rod is in TR, Rayvis doesn't really lose that much time because he was going to need to climb the mountain for GT anyway. So it's really just a matter of will he lose time checking other things after Swamp, or will he immediately go back to TR? Rayvis being Rayvis, I'm guessing at go -1, he skips left side Swamp regardless of how many items it has. course, after Swamp, Rayvis will need to spend 2.5, 3 minutes beating Helma King. And that amount of time having to double dip Pod could give Kaede the lead. What even is this seed? Butter Sword Silvers, Powder Half Magic, 14 hearts. And Kaede is thinking. He's out. Looks like he is going to do Spike Cave while he's up here. Well, this is a check we haven't seen yet. Second check in Swamp is the map. So at least one item on left side. And just a piece of heart in Spike Cave. Not the answer. There's our third shield. Rayvis didn't pick up the one at Mushroom Turn-In. That will presumably be Kaede's mirror shield, though. Okay, map and compass, so if we don't go back in, we're leaving at least 2 items behind. 3 if Argus gives us the big key. But we're also kind of running out of locations. I mean, there's the rest of TR. That's probably our densest check. Purple chest, magic bat, hammer pegs. Ooh, Rayvis doesn't quite get the 0 cycle on Argus. Down goes the bulb. That is an item, so 2 items on left side Swamp. And Rayvis is going back in for the 2 items. Yeah, I mean, I guess, you know, comboing Hammer Pegs, Magic Bat, and Purple Chest, that's 3 items. TR, including Mimic Cave, will give you either 4 or 5, depending on whether Trinex has an item. But you have to climb the mountain for it. There's Pyramid Fairy now available to us. That's another 2 checks. We still haven't seen Pyramid... So actually, Pyramid Fairy would be 3 checks because we haven't seen Pyramid Ledge yet. I'm thinking you do Pyramid Fairy after this. The question is then, while you're over there, do you do Catfish as well? Probably depends how lucky you're feeling. Yeah, one way or another, this is a close race. We're in an Ice Rod hunt. Kaede, I'm guessing, goes back in to Swamp as well once he realizes... Well, he knows there are 2 items at this point. Left side. There's the big key, so we have to go back to the big chest. Wait, Rayvis has his mirror out, really? No, okay. I was gonna say, if you came all this way and mirrored without checking the big chest, I'd be questioning your judgment. That is 6 crystals for Kaede Rukawa. And Swamp was pure and utter garbage today. Okay, so this does look like a pyramid play for Rayvis. We'll see if Kaede's thinking the same thing. Kaede not going into left side Swamp. This is going to buy him quite a bit of time. So, for the moment, this puts Kaede in the lead because Rayvis is going to spend a few minutes finishing pod at some point. Very nice bomb dupe by Rayvis. Pyramid ledge is just money. Pyramid fairy is not the answer. To answer chat, we have not seen Catfish. This is going to be our first look. We also have not seen Graveyard Ledge. I don't know if Rayvis might hookshot over there after Catfish. Actually, I feel like if you're doing Graveyard Ledge, you'd do it before Catfish. Catfish just giving us some money. So we're not going to see Graveyard Ledge for the time being. Kind of surprised at this point Rayvis isn't clearing pod just to get it out of the way. Because he'll need to do it at some point. Hope he remembers he needs to do it. And Kaede is done with the overworld. He is gambling on Ice Rod in Turtle Rock, so this will be a make or break. Rayvis is now doing Bumper Ledge, which he hasn't checked yet, and then he'll do Graveyard Ledge. And then he'll probably do Hammer Pegs, Magic Bat, and Purple Chest. If he's... You know, if you're putting the effort into doing these overworld checks at this point, you're gonna do all of them. Okay, Graveyard Ledge, not the answer. So to answer chat, Rayvis did pod without the hammer. So he still has to go back in and just finish off Helma. Helma has, I believe, the compass, and Rayvis knows that, so doesn't need to worry about leaving an item there, like the Ice Rod. But still, he has to do it. So we're finally getting a look at Magic Bat, which we have had access to for a while, Hammer Pegs, which we have had access to for less long, and then Purple Chest, which Rayvis flubbed the invisible chest trick, or we would have seen that a long time ago. Not hammer pegs. So also, for those of you arriving late, Kaede did smith without the mirror. So, purple chest is... And he was very frustrated because he couldn't get to Magic Bat at the time, because he didn't have hammer or mirror. But here we go with the purple chest that Rayvis meant to check half an hour ago. And we find the Arrow of Destiny in Lava Chest. And it's not purple chest. At this point, the odds are starting to favor Ice Rod sitting on Laser Bridge. Rayvis is going into TR. So if Ice Rod is in TR, this definitely gives Kaede... Oh, no, Rayvis is doing Spike Cave now. He has enough health just to cheese it on health. But Rayvis is using Burna, even though he can cheese it on health. I guess it does save time. Okay, Mimic Cave has... a shovel! Lovely! Ice Rod and Dig Spot, anyone? So, what do we have? There's one item in the back of Thieves Town. There is Green Pendant. No one's beaten Lanmo. Okay, now Rayvis is gonna clean up Helma. Wonder if Rayvis just feels like Kaede's probably gonna do TR. If the Ice Rod's there, I've already lost. So he's gambling on it being anywhere but TR. Because, yeah, if it's not TR, then Kaede's going to give Rayvis back a lot of time doing all the checks Rayvis was just doing. There's a boomerang. Small key that had to be here. Compass. And the last chest is a rupee. TR was not the answer. So, Kaede is going to check that shovel. Makes sense because, you know, really easy portal save if shovel's the answer. So, I guess I was too hasty to say TR wasn't the answer. It could have been the answer if shovel was it. This is a heck of a seed if shovel's the answer. And shovel was the answer at 1:13:18. Kaede Rukawa is in go mode. So that's pretty much the race. Kaede obviously has saved his portal, so he can just go back up here, drop down portal to Laser Bridge. So all things considered, you know, given that a double dip of TR is required, the fact that this isn't really a triple dip, Kaede had to climb the mountain a third time, but he did save his portal, so it's not like we're going through TR a third time. So Rayvis is doing TR now, but it's gonna be too little too late. Kaede even gets the zero cycle doing backdoor strats on Trinex with the gold sword. That is crystal number 7, though Kaede being a little bit too swag by half with that boomerang and misses the crystal. Oh no, Rayvis is doing Hera basement. This is a little surprising because I would have thought, you know, you'd portal save for it, but I guess he's just really figuring correctly at this point. If it's behind TR, I've already lost. Anyway, we have a channel points prediction if you want to guess where the GT Big T is, or you can spam numbers in chat from 1 to 22, take your pick. Get your predictions in soon. So there is a small key in Hope Room. Presumably Kaede goes right here. What do we have here? Number 3 is a map. Number 4 is $50. Number 5 is a piece of heart. Number 6 is some bombs. Okay, remembering to grab the small key from the next room. Can kind of bite you if you don't. Compass. Piece of heart. Ooh, Ice Rod strats on Stalfos. You don't see that too often, but it worked. So that's 11 checks down. Still no big key. Why is it always in the back? There it is, map chest number 12. So congratulations to Metroid04, who's getting an 11-to-1 payout there. No one actually guessed 12 either, though we have a couple of people who said 13. First of them was Mr. Scruff Ninja Tuna. Kaede in the gauntlet here. With this loadout, it's basically a formality. I suppose he never did get a mail upgrade. So he is doing this on green mail even with 16 hearts. There's Rayvis' shovel, which will lead to his go mode, but he doesn't know that. Honestly, I am thinking Rayvis probably won't have beaten Trinex by the time Kaede beats Ganon. Oh, right. Thank you, chat, for the reminder of the ridiculous number of bottles and fairies these runners have. Kaede through Whiz Ropes 2, onto the torches. Again, a reminder that after a short break, the runners will be right back here playing Game 2. Kaede has so many safeties, he didn't even powder the anti-fairies in that room. Okay, Rayvis, of course, going to check the shovel now. Got it out already. He's going to be very disappointed that, you know, he clearly gambled and lost, but that's Rando for you. And at 121.59, Rayvis is in go mode. Meanwhile, not a great Aga pattern for Kaede. What's this gonna be, like 4 cycle? Yeah, I think that's a 4 cycle. And as Rayvis climbs the mountain to go back to Trinex, Kaede Rukawa drops into Ganon. 6 hits for each of the first 2 cycles, 4 for the 3rd cycle, 4 silver arrows for the 4th cycle, and that'll be all she wrote. Ooh. I was gonna say Kaede has to watch his health, but he does have 2 fairies in there. But he's drinking a blue goo anyway, just, I mean, I guess you don't have to wait for the animation of the fairies this way. Kaede's just barely gonna get Trinex to... Ooh. I mean, Rayvis is barely gonna get Trinex down, but he's probably on nerves because he's not feeling too good. And Kaede on phase 4. Blue Ganon, nice double, 1 more shot needed. There it is, get your GGs in for Kaede Rukawa, taking game 1 of this best of 3 series. And as Rayvis grabs his 7th crystal, Kaede crosses the bridge. and finishes with an official race time of 1:24:08. Immediate forfeit from Rayvis so that they can get themselves ready for the next match. I'm checking with them to see if they want to do interviews between games. I'm guessing probably not, that they probably just want to go straight on to Game 2. So we're going to close out of here. They're taking a 15-minute break, so I'm going to sign off. We will have a new crew for you when we come back. So thank you all for watching. Do give these runners a follow. And, yeah, stick around, and we'll be back for Game 2 here in about 15 minutes.